Man, what an absolutely beautiful day here on the farm. The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky, just beautiful. Good morning, folks. This is Scott here at Watts Way Farms. Thanks for tuning in for another farm video. And as I just mentioned, this is a absolute perfect weather day. It has been for the last couple weeks just cold, rainy. I mean, we've had freezing temperatures down into the 20s. I mean, just, not fun times to be outside. But today it's like 64, 65 degrees right now. Again, just a perfect day. You hear the calves over there. I'm just out of range, or they can see me, but they are wanting some attention right now. Anyway, not a whole lot going on today's video. What I wanted to kind of talk about today is an idea I've got with the main cow herd behind me as we're getting into this kind of last leg of winter and with spring upon us. Now, I thought we'd check in on the piglets, kind of show you what we got going on there and a project got coming up. We'll start on this week, maybe next weekend at the latest. But main focus of this video is I want to show you an idea I have and maybe get your feedback. Maybe enough of y'all see this and give me some comments, help me decide if what I think I want to do here for the rest of this winter is a good idea. So again, thanks for stopping by and checking this video out. I hope you hang out with us, watch to the end, and give me that feedback. Let's get started. So here's the bacon seeds. They're liking to get in the hutch now to play with the hay. I'm just so, I don't know, feel very fortunate and blessed that this first batch, first pigs we've ever farrowed here on the farm are just doing so well. Now so they are 17 days old today. Last weekend at 10 days old, the Borleans were all castrated. So we had, out of this 6, we had 4 boys and 2 girls. So the boys are all now barrows, which, unfortunately at the feed store literally yesterday, the guy there was interested, and he likes this breed, this cross, and was interested in a boar, but wanted it intact for his female, and that is no longer an option. Now we're keeping this clean. And like I said, with all the wood chips, we throw a scoop of wood chips in here every day or so, and they're loving it. We do have a hot wire ran so that these little piglets, though the plan is hopefully, if Mrs. Watts Way Farms agrees, will be to sell these, maybe keep one for our own grow out, but I'd like to just sell these off as piglets. But we still got the tarp. Mama's obviously eating, the babies get in there with her and root and eat. So yeah, doing really good, very pleased. Here's the Burks, or what I'm becoming to call the nutty professor of the pig breeds. They are a curious bunch for sure. They always, they're super curious. Once you get close to them, though, you saw that they jump. Here they are enjoying the sun in their paddock. They've been in here, I guess, a week or so. We're about probably time to start thinking about moving them to their next stop, which will be up that direction. Yeah. All right, here's my feeder pig group. These guys have a confirmed appointment with freezer camp on March the 9th. So today's the 6th, so 6, 7, 8, 9, a month and 3 days away. These guys, I'm very pleased with how they turn out. I'm actually considering, so these are old line Duroc with a LBH, large black hog cross, and if these turn out as good as I think they're going to, I will most likely be adding some purebred large Black Hawk LBHs to my my breeding program. I love their demeanor. I mean, like all my pigs, we strive to keep them happy, and by the time they get to this size, they're pretty much used to us, so they don't mind neck scratches, ear scratches, all of that. But what I like about this, and you know, we're still learning, we've been doing pigs for just over a year now, but they've got, you know, their bodies, I like that long, lean body, not a whole lot of fat. Their hams pronounced, thick hocks, which in legs that I like. So again, good breed. So here's the main cow herd, and they've been in here for a couple weeks now. As you can see, there's a good bit of cow patties. Now we don't give them, this whole pasture is probably about 8 acres, and we're not giving the whole thing. You can't see, but there's a hot line we had them up by that tree line, or those trees up in that area at the beginning of the winter, and we've kind of moved them back to here. And then along this tree line out here is where they've been getting their hay. We've been slowly moving it down. Now we did not do the unrolled hay this year. Again, still trying different things. I will probably go back to that for next winter because I do think it's better. But we did go to these, see if I can zoom in, these cradle style hay feeders that we got from Rural King. I don't know that they really save anymore. It holds the bale off the ground, but they still waste a pretty good bit. And then what we've been doing is along that whole fence line that candidly was woods, and we had it mulched up. And so when we move the hay ring, every single time they get a new bale of hay, and they've been going through 2 bales, 1 bale of grass, 1 bale of peanut hay, about every 4 days. And then we move it, and then we're gonna go behind them with the pitchfork and kind of spread it out. So kind of the same effect as unrolling hay, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But with my day job and, you know, just not a lot of daylight right now, we just decided to go this route. But as you notice, as you look through here, so I'm about to show you the other part of the pasture. I mean, notice this is pretty beat up. Now let me show you the other part of the pasture. So here's the front left side of my property, as you call it. It's about 15 acres all the way through here. But what I want to draw your attention to is, you notice we got a good bit of green starting to emerge. This nice green tint coming in, which tells me that we're getting close to the end of hay feeding season and about to be on grass. And if I kind of, just right where I'm standing, kind of get close, you can see, I mean, this is some good grass. It's definitely as tall as my hand, not taller. We got the clover coming in, which I know the cows are going to very much enjoy. Now we still rotate our cows during the summer. Again, they haven't spent, during the winter, they didn't spend the entire winter in this paddock over here. They started in the back, and then we moved them up here. They probably 3 or 4 paddocks in the back, and they've had the 2 up here. So, we have been moving them. But that kind of leads me to what I'm currently considering, and I don't know if this is a good idea or not. So as I walk to this back part of my pasture, and this front part of the pasture, say, one thing I've been thinking about was last year we did the same thing. We moved the cows all winter, fed hay. Now last year we unrolled hay. This year we put it on bales. Haven't seen like I said, a big difference either way on that. We'll determine. But what I did notice is last winter they ended up in the far back corner of our property in a paddock, a few acres in size. And again, we don't do daily rotations during the winter. I don't know, shorter days, day job, it's just much harder to do. So they do bigger paddocks for a couple weeks at a time. But what I noticed, and what's led to kind of where we're at right now, is that that last paddocks they were on up until winter, up until summer or spring when the grass started growing, really seemed to be impacted in a not positive way once the grass started growing. It looked like it took them a bit longer, or took that area of grass a bit longer to kind of take off. And I guess, and I think I know that's why, from looking at the cows how they are now, they're eating that hay. They love peanut hay. We went and bought 10 bales just to kind of supplement some extra protein, just because we, you know, give them a treat, thought they would like it, and we were right, they did. But the minute the least little bit of green shoots up, they're nibbling it. And I really think, like I said, that back paddock where they were last in, or last 2 or 3 paddocks from last winter, I think it really impacted it. Saw a lot more weeds because I think the grass just was not given time to, I guess, get a good foothold in the beginning of spring. So here's what I'm thinking for the end of this winter. So here's an area, and I did a video on it, where up until a few months ago, all this in this kind of silvo pasture looking area now was all woods. I mean, you could not walk through here where I'm standing right now for all the woods. So what I'm thinking now, versus continuing to rotate the cows through pasture where the grass is just now starting to kind of throw its beginning little head up and grow, is I'm going to basically, I'll probably start over here at this little bit of, this is like a little culvert from my pond, but right in here, because this was all thick too, but come through here and then just basically, it'll be a weird shaped paddock, but through this entire woods, silvo pasture, if you would, and up around through there. And I'm gonna leave them off of that. That's a little area I seeded just as a test. It's doing really well. But I'm gonna leave them here for the rest of the winter. We'll feed them hay. Same thing, I'll move the hay bale, the hay ring, probably through this area just to get some grass spread out through the rest of the winter. And I think this will do 2 things. It will allow the pasture that's going to grow grass, that's going to feed them all summer, you know, 45 days-ish to kind of rest, and then at the same time, this area in here, which was, I'm sure, chock full of weed seeds, everything else, it'll get some grass on the ground through the excess hay that they're going to waste naturally. It's going to get some, which is, you know, carbon for the ground, which is good. It's going to have manure and urine from the cows just being in here, and from them stomping it up will help kind of disturb the soil a bit as well. And then in spring, when they move to grass, I can come through here, seed it up, and then hopefully get a nice lush pasture. So we're going to probably go this next weekend. We'll probably start moving some poles this week and start to begin to set up. But I would really like to know what you think. Think this is a good idea? Let me know if you've tried it before. What are your results? Is it, you know, is this a bad idea? I mean, I'd sure like to know. I mean, my concern is that there really is nothing for them to graze in this area. I mean, it's all just pine straw and, you know, mulched up wood now. So if you think it's a really bad idea, I'd love for you to share that with me as well. Let me know what you think. And again, it'll probably be next week's video, us setting this up and moving, if this is where we go. So again, thanks for checking out this video. I hope you found it enjoyable. Maybe got some information out of it. I'd love for you to give me a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, really enjoy making this video. I'm hoping in the near future, or here in the next couple of weeks, I finally decided to upgrade my camera. Every video that I've shot so far to date has been on my iPhone. No mics, no nothing. And I'm enjoying this long enough. Again, I don't think I'm in any danger of becoming the next, you know, Joe Salatin or Justin Rhodes. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for my own personal enjoyment. So I am going to upgrade probably to a little bit better camera, and I'm also thinking about investing in a drone, not so much for the YouTube channel, but for some aerial shots, because we've already done so much to this land. I'd like to start to document the changes we've made. So anyway, again, thanks for checking out this video, and I hope to see you back here soon.